even though I can't see you, but I can see you. Um, Hope your holidays were wonderful. Hope that you're getting back into the swing of things easier than I am. It feels like I'm like trying to learn how to work again, but I guess that happens sometimes. And I'm excited about 2026. So, a couple of things that we're going to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about um, the announcement that came out yesterday. I don't know, something about depending on what you watch or how you watch or whatever, but the general bottom line is that the president is going to tell Congress that big corporations aren't allowed to buy up housing anymore, and that's going to be a good thing. So I'm going to break that down for you a little bit, at least as much as I know about it, uh, because nobody really knows that much about it. But I'm going to break it down for you a little bit with a little bit of nuance and talk about how it affects you in this area. Because keep in mind, when people talk about these things, they're talking about national issues, all right? National issues. How that breaks down here in California, and especially in the primary counties that we're in within California, can be very, very different. So we'll talk about that. The next thing that we'll talk about is something that came out from Workman. Um, I think it's a very, very big deal, and I want to spend a little bit of time on that. All told, we'll probably get you out of here a little bit early today. There's not a lot, not a lot of content inside of those two things, but they are probably the most important. So, number one, let's talk about the announcement from the president. The president said, I'm going to instruct Congress to tell corporations that they can no longer buy housing, single family housing, in bulk or in mass anymore, and that is going to free up all this inventory. And having more inventory is going to make prices go down, and that's going to be good for the first-time home buyer, and it's all going to be wonderful. All right, let's break that down. Number one, you can't tell Congress to tell companies that they can't do something. That's not how it works. All right. What you can do is say that you want to bring forth some kind of legislation or whatever, and then Congress can, write some laws or write some code, and they can in fact find a way to prevent corporate buyers from buying single family dwellings or whatever they want in mass. They can write laws and codes and rules to prevent that from happening. All in all, I think that that's a good thing. All right, that would be a very good thing, and here's why. When conglomerates come in and buy up giant tracts of real estate and turn them into rentals, okay, it limits the amount of properties that people can buy for a home, right? It limits inventory. Less inventory raises price. All of that's true, right? Scarcity is a real thing. So, do I think it's good if there was some kind of rule or regulation that prevented corporate buyers or conglomerate buyers from buying up single family housing? Yeah, I think that's a really good thing. Do I think it would have a giant effect on us here where we work and where we live and everything else? No, I don't. And let me tell you why. I'm going to show you a chart. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to show you a chart that is going to illustrate for you just how much inventory in Placer County, Nevada County, El Dorado County, and Sacramento County is corporate owned, single family dwelling. Corporate owned and then leased out or rented out to the general public. I suppose the corporate owned could also mean that they were going to fix it up and flip it, for lack of a better term. But the context that we're talking about with this conversation is when conglomerates come in and they buy inventory and then they rent it out. They become professional landlords. Now, the numbers are estimated because there's no hard data. So, our good friends at Artificial Intelligence had to go out and crunch just data points from all over the place and come up with a great estimate, but it's pretty accurate. So share the screen. I'm going to show you how much of our inventory is affected by what we're talking about in the news right now. So everybody see that? Somebody nod if they can see it. Yeah? Okay, good. All right. This is estimated investor-owned single-family homes in Placer County, Nevada County, Sacramento County, and El Dorado County. Our four primary counties are where we do business. You can see that Sacramento's the highest, all right, at 17%. Placer, not as much, 12%. Nevada and El Dorado, both around 7%. Obviously, the more rural you get, the less of that, less of this there is. Big conglomerates don't want to come in and buy up properties in rural areas where there's less rental demand, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They want density. They want urban areas. And don't forget, they want to tap into affordability. How many people think that California, Northern California, especially, would be considered affordable? It's not. Okay. So the numbers here kind of speak for themselves, and it's going to illustrate for you why, even if this were to happen, it's not going to be a real big deal for you. It's not going to be a real big deal and affect how you do things. It's not going to be a real big deal and affect your business. Will it a little bit? Maybe, but not a lot, right? Now, if you're a real estate agent in, say, Arizona, New Mexico, maybe, all right? You might have something to talk about, but for us, it's not going to be a lot. So what I'm saying is, please don't go out on the internet and start talking about this huge sweeping change and how it's going to save our market and blah, blah. Please don't do that because that's not accurate. All right. Unless you're planning a move to Mississippi or maybe parts of Texas, somewhere in the Sun Belt, okay, somewhere on the Gulf Coast. If you're planning on doing that, yeah, there's probably going to be some impact there. But for us here in California, us here in Northern California, us here in Placer, Sacramento, Nevada, El Dorado counties, it's not really going to amount to anything. Okay. It's politics, folks. It's politics. It sounds real good, but in the real world, it's not going to affect your life a whole big bunch. All right. Any questions on that before we move on? Thoughts, comments? Somebody please tell me I'm wrong. I'd love to hear it. No? No. Okay. I really wish it would, though. I'll segue to that. Everybody knows that I think the number one biggest issue plaguing real estate in our area is affordability. I just had a conversation with my window cleaner guy, cleans the windows in the office. The first thing he said to me was, when are we going to fix affordability? That's the first thing he said to me. And I said, well, we aren't going to do that. So I don't know what to tell you. But it's a real problem for us in our area, and I wish that there was a silver bullet. I just don't think that there is. Okay. I just don't think that there is. So let's talk about coaching. Okay. By now, you should know that we have access to Workman Success Systems inside of the NextHome intranet. Hopefully, you checked your email today and you got an email from me that said you need to click this link and opt into direct communication from Workman Systems. In case you haven't heard it before, and in case you didn't watch the playbacks because it was the holidays, let me explain a little bit about what Workman Systems is. Workman Systems is a coaching consultancy. All right. Some big names that you recognize in real estate when it comes to coaching and business development. Everybody's heard about Buffini, right? Everybody's heard about Tom Ferry. Okay. Workman is in that realm. Okay. Really, really high performance coaching. They recently partnered with NextHome, and we have access to a whole bunch of stuff as NextHome members that other people would have to pay for. All right. Long story short. Inside of the NextHome intranet, on the left side of the menu is the Growth Lab. And if you haven't taken a trip in there yet, you need to take a trip in there. You need to set yourself some goals. You need to look at some of the training modules that are available. You need to get familiar with that. Okay. And here's why. Workman will claim, and this is scientific, Workman claims that anybody that follows their program and follows their coaching, the average number of units that those agents sell in a year is 40. Okay. Nobody in these offices sells 40 units a year. Okay. To put that into some kind of perspective for you, I have to get a calculator out because every time I ask somebody to get a calculator, everybody goes scrambling. Let's just say it's $15,000 worth of GCI at 40 units a year. That's an annual income of $600,000. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. That's their claim. They can back it up with data. They can show performance on that. They wouldn't be able to say that if they couldn't show that performance. So the system is really, really powerful and really helps agents grow. Anecdotally, and I don't have any data for you on this and I can't prove it. But what I can tell you is this, and I was talking to Brendan about this morning. I talked to a lot of real estate agents over my career, a lot of real estate agents. I can't say all of them, but I'll say like 95%. Okay. 95% of real estate agents that sell consistently more than 18 units a year work with coaching. They might not tell you that. In fact, they won't tell you that, but they do. And the conversation goes like this. Wow, you're doing a lot of business. Thanks, I'm working really hard. What are you doing to be so productive? Well, I make these many calls a day. I make this many appointments a day. I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you do. And then I ask them this question. Which coaching organization are you working with? And then they tell me. Okay. So they don't volunteer it. So if you run into these guys in passing, or you see them in an event or whatever, and you ask them, hey, what are you doing? They will not bring that up. Okay. They'll just tell you what they're doing. But the truth of the matter is that most real estate agents or real estate agent teams that sell in excess of 18 units a year, okay, and everybody I talk to, when I say, set a goal for me, what would you like to do? How many units would you like to sell a month? All people, not all people, but most people default to two. I want to do 2 units a month. I want to do 24 units a year. Great. Okay. Well, that puts you in the over 18 category, right? So if you're thinking to yourself right now, I want to do two units a month. I want to do 24 units in 2025. You're in the plus 18 category. And that means that if you want to go plus 18, and you're like 95% of the people in the world that go plus 18, you need help. Okay. Now there is the magical 5%. They just do it. All right. I don't know how. I don't know why. They just do it. They never seem to be working that hard. They don't use any kind of coaching. They don't utilize any of that stuff and they just spit out production. They're out there. Okay. My guess is that none of us are one of them because if we were, we would already know. Okay. We'd already know. I'm one of the 5%. I can say with a fairly high level of certainty, after knowing all of you for at least a year, you're not in the 5%. Okay? That's not a shot. I'm not either. All right? It's not a shot. It's just reality. And the sooner you get with reality, the sooner you achieve your goals. Right? We can live in denial. And we can say, well, I'm not going to take advantage of that. I'm just going to go out and work hard and do it and maybe it'll happen. Maybe. And maybe it won't. Okay? To be able to say to ourselves, look, if I don't get on some kind of program, if I don't have some kind of guidance, if I don't have some kind of help, I'm not going to crack that threshold. That's not saying that we're bad at our job or that we're bad people or that we shouldn't be in this business. That's just saying that we're like 95% of the people in this business. The only difference is the people that are making it have decided, you know what, I'm going to do something about it. And the people that aren't making it are still sitting around wondering if they can do it. Okay. But Damien, you do more than 18, no, not in the past 2 years, but generally speaking, Damien, you do more than 18 units a year and you don't have any coaching. That's true. But I'm not in the 5%. You have to understand and remember that before I ever got a real estate license, I went through so many stupid sales programs and coaching programs and trainings and everything else that is like part of me now. I can never let it go. It's just in there. But we're talking about hours and hours and hours and weeks and weeks and weeks of months of coaching. Okay. So I am in that 95%. I have received that coaching. All right. Now, I'm going to give you all of the, not all of them, but I'm going to give you several reasons why people resist coaching. Okay. And you can jump in if you want to and add to my reasons, but I'm going to go with reason number one. Reason number one. Okay. It sucks to be held accountable. Okay. It is no fun. All right. Reason number two. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. You're going to have to try new things. You're going to have to stretch yourself. You're going to have to do things and incorporate practices in your business that you're not used to. Okay? Reason number three. People are afraid that they're being judged. Okay? They're afraid that they're being judged by whoever is coaching them. Whoever's coaching me or whoever's helping me or telling me about this stuff is obviously good at what they do. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to be a coach. They're going to see through me and see through the fact that I don't know what the heck I'm doing and I shouldn't be doing this. And for some reason, that makes me feel badly about myself. Right? That's reason number three. And reason number four is just different. Some of us don't like change, right? It's just different. I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing. Maybe I've been doing it a while. I don't want to change it up and I don't want to do anything different. Those are the four biggest reasons that people will resist coaching. Number five, also a valid reason, is it's expensive. Okay? If you want to hire a real estate coach, a one-on-one real estate coach, if you want to do that, you're going to write a check for $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Period. Okay? It's not cheap, right? Now the math works out once you get over the hump, right? Because if we do the math and we say it's going to cost $2,000 a month, that's 24 grand a year. Okay, but now I'm going to be in that top percentile where I'm doing 18 to 24 units a year. And if I do that math, it all makes sense. In fact, it's the best investment you can possibly make. But it is expensive, right? And so if you're in a position where you maybe don't have $2,000 a month to spend on this, it's going to prevent you from ever doing that, right? We're going to solve all of those problems with NextHome's latest offering. Okay? Every single one of them. Workman has, and it's just for us. Okay? They're not offering this to anybody else. It's just for us, for the NextHome group. Workman is offering what they are calling a 180-day mastery program. Okay? 180-day mastery program. That's 6 months. Okay? It's all self-directed. It's like taking an online course. All right? There's no one-on-one talking to a coach, except for me, if you choose to, have questions about it. Okay? You can attend the video, and they encourage you to. They encourage you to attend the virtual role play meetings. All right, but this is not you writing a check and you meeting with a one-on-one coach every week. What happens is you get an email. Okay, the email breaks down the goal for the week or the goal for the I think it's a week. Goal for the week. What you're going to be working on, what steps to take, what actions to take, why you're doing it, what they're trying to achieve by having you do that. And you just follow along with the email and inside of the Workman Success System inside the intranet. It's all self-directed, right? So reason number four, they're going to judge me. You don't have to worry about that. Reason number one, I'm going to be held accountable. You don't have to worry about that. All right? Nobody's going to be doing those things. It's only you. It's you versus you. Quoting my man David Goggins, it's you against you. Okay. Will it be hard? Yes. Reason number two still in there. All right. Will it be different? Will it be change? Yes. Reason number three still in there. Okay. It's going to stretch you and it's going to ask you to do things that you're not doing now. Okay. The payoff is I can almost guarantee. No, I can guarantee. I can guarantee that if you follow this and if you become religious about it and you do if you follow the program, and it's all self-accountable, if you follow the program, you will double your production. At least. Probably, for most of you, you will 5x your production. At least. Okay? If you went at it halfway, half energized, 50% effort, I bet you would do 12 units in 2026. Okay. I cheated. I didn't cheat. They let me cheat. They sent me the whole program. I read through the whole thing. I know exactly what happens for 6 months. I know the whole thing. Okay. You will sell 12 to 18 units, period, if you do what it asks you to do. No BS, no exaggeration. Okay, Damien, how much does it cost? It's free. It's free. It's all free. Okay. You get the email, you follow the instructions, you work in concert with the stuff inside the intranet that we've already paid for you. Okay. Remember, the company's already paid for you to have this premium access to all this stuff. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't spend money, you make money. Okay. It's free. If you wanted to buy this for 6 months, given that it's all in writing and it's more like an online course than a direct coaching, I'm going to get a little bit, I'm going to say it'd be $1,000 a month. It's $6,000 worth of stuff for you to get better and to improve your business. Yes, they're going to ask you to take the BAM and the SLAM and the JAM and the WHAM and all of those courses inside there. Those are $1,500. Those are worth $1,500 a piece. We already paid for them for you. So that's 4, 6, 15, 3, 6. Well, that's 6 and 6. That's $12,000. So what I'm telling you is you have access today, and I just got the first email today. So I think it's starting right now. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. You got $12,000 worth of training, high caliber real estate training, best in the industry for free. You're not paying for it. If you follow the training, the free training, the $12,000 value training, if you follow that, you will sell 12 units in 2025. Okay. Calculator, stand by. 12 times 15,000. You will make $180,000 in commission money, roughly, in 2025. We'll go ahead and add the $12,000 value onto the top of that. That's $192,000 worth of value that we are giving you for free. We want you to do this so badly, but we won't force you to do it. It's all on you. Okay? It's all on you. But I'm telling you right now, Brendan said, Damien, make sure that you're nice. I'm telling you right now, I know all of you. I know each of you. I know a lot about you. $180,000 changes your life. Okay? It completely changes your life. Please, please, please seriously consider digging into this and committing to it. It will not be easy. I can promise you, it will not be easy. It will be difficult. At times it will be scary. It will require effort on your part. Okay? But you have us. We're here for you. You have me. You have Brendan. You have the rest of your co-agents that you can talk about with this. You'll have support. Okay? You're not just, it's not like, hey, go get your law degree and figure it out online on your own. That's not what this is. Okay? We're going to do this in a very community type way. You can be as public or as private with it as you want. But I'm telling you right now, if you have always said, I want to be like that guy or that gal, I want to be a producer, I want to sell a lot of real estate, I want to do that, this is the shortest path to that. Okay? And for some of you, this is the only path to that. If you don't do this, you're not getting there. And that's not being mean or thinking less of you or not believing in you. I do. That's just reality. That's the numbers. That's the statistics. That's how this business works. I promise you they're all doing it, even if they're not telling you about it. Okay? Let me show you a couple of things. Share the screen. Desktop. Share. Oh man, I got boxes everywhere. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Just way too many boxes. I can't move them all. Okay. All right. First things first. That's corporate owned. This is what the email looks like when you get it. Okay. Week 1, your journey begins. Set the rhythm for success. You're going to get an email just like this. It's going to tell you what your focus for the week is. Your focus for this week is to create daily business rhythm and start activating your sphere. It's going to tell you what to do every day. Okay? Do these things every day. Here's your goals for the week. Here's the training module you're working on. Here's some resources that might help you along the way. Here's a nice little quote to keep you motivated. Go to work. You're going to get one of those every week. And that's the extent of it. You're going to work between your email and you're going to work between the Workman Success, the growth lab inside of NextHome Intranet. And you're going to come to us if you need a resource or if you have questions or if you're confused about something. That's it. You're going to do that. It's going to be difficult. You're going to work your tail off. You're going to sell 12 units in 2026, and you're going to make at least $180,000. It's almost a guarantee. Because if you do those things that they're telling you to do, it does not matter if the market sucks. It does not matter if you've got no experience in real estate. It doesn't matter. Those are all proven success tactics to help you win business. Period. That's all I got. Ask me questions. Let's talk about this. What do you need to know from me? And this is new for me too, so I might not be an expert. But what do you need to know from me to help you in this decision as to whether or not you get involved in this program? What do you need to know from me? Anybody? Somebody. There's a bunch of you in here. Somebody say something.
So does the program work itself? Can you just push the button and it just does it? Or do you have to work the program?
No, Michael. They haven't AI'd it to that level quite yet. You will have to do it. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent question, though.
So it works if you work it.
Yeah, it works if you work it. Work works. All those little analogies that we like to say. You were also going to say, is it going to be hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Yeah. Who else? Say it again. Yes. Yeah. There is no commitment. So it is 100% on you. Okay. If you decide, if you get into 2 or 3 emails and you start doing it and you decide, it's not for me, I don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know, me included. Okay. So you are only as committed to the program as you are committed to the program. Yes. Yeah. There's not some weird email bot that realizes that you opened the email and didn't do it. Like, you don't have to narc yourself out. It's a good question, though. What else? What other questions? I already know I'm going to call her out because she's here and she's muted and she's off camera. I already know Danielle's going to do it. I already know. She's absolutely going to do it. She's been waiting for this. But Shelby's on there. Shelby, you with your kids? Are you going to do it?
Yeah, I definitely want to do it. I mean, it sounds a little time consuming, but obviously it'll be worth it.
It is.
Hopefully.
It is. I'm not going to lie to you. It is time consuming. It's going to take time and it's going to take effort. Danielle put in the chat, yes, exclamation point. So yeah, good. All right.
I just hate making those like awkward phone calls. Hopefully that's like not part of it.
There could be a little bit of that, a little bit of that in there.
That's like the call where you're like, "Hey, I'm in real estate now. I just want to like touch base with you."
No, no, none of those. None of those.
Okay, good.
None of those. Like, I just wanted to let you know I'm in the real estate business now. No, none of those. More one on any of the calls that get made or the contacts that get made are more than likely going to be people that you know, and they're going to be people, and you're going to be conversing with them about like, hey, how you doing? How's life? Not just so you know, I'm in the real estate business and I need your referrals. No, none of that. Karen, I see you in there. What do you think? Can you talk? Or are you in a spot where you can't talk? If you can talk, talk. If you can't talk, don't talk. No big deal. Okay.
But I can talk, but my dogs disagree, so I have to go outside.
We can handle barking dogs. We're used to it.
Yeah, you can't over them. Like there's just not happening. It's not happening. Yeah, it sounds great. Time is not my friend right now, but it sounds great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It is a time commitment. You do have to be able to do that and still accomplish all the things in life. I would say this, and I don't necessarily want to say this to everybody, but I will say it to everybody. It's better to do it and do what you can than not do it at all.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that I understand.
yeah, if you can make a commitment, if all of you could make a commitment, I'm going to do this every week and I'm going to do the best I can do and actually give it all the time that you've got available, you're going to get a result. You're going to get a result. All right? Absolutely. He goes, whose iPhone? Is that Brendan? Are you on the freeway? If it is, don't click in here right now. iPhone. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thanks for your input. I'm going to get you out of here. Guys, I really want you to do this. Text me or call me if you have any questions about it. Text me or call me if you don't understand the intranet half of it and navigating around the Workman Systems, the growth lab inside the intranet. Text me or call me if you have questions about the email. I'm here to support you 100%. Text or call Brendan the same way. He's here to support you 100%. It's really, really important to us that you guys take advantage of this. It's a huge, huge, huge bonus to being here that you would have to just pay so much money for if you weren't. All right. It's giving you a huge advantage over, I don't even know how many agents out there. Right. And it's going to affect your business in a way that I don't even think you can comprehend right now. Okay. I just don't. Unless you have been in a place where you're selling 22, 24 units a year, it's really hard to explain what that looks like. Okay. But I can tell you, it is wonderful. Okay. It really is wonderful. So reach out if you have any questions about it. Reach out if you want to know more about it. Reach out if you want to talk one-on-one about it and see if it's right for you. And we'll get you going on it. You should have week 1 in your inbox right now, as long as you opted in like my email asked you to do. All right. If there's nothing else, I'm going to click the button in like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going to be a great 2026, guys.